You hover over the upload button. Your stomach flips. Your brain rewrites every flaw in the photo. Your smile looks forced. Your eyes look dead. Your face looks wrong. And suddenly, before anyone else can see it, you hit delete. Not because you're humble, not because you value privacy, because somewhere deep inside, you're terrified of what happens when people actually see you. This isn't about vanity. It's about something far more primal, a fear so old it doesn't even have words yet. The fear of being witnessed, of being recognized, of being turned into something you can't control. And if you've ever felt this, you already know. The problem isn't the photo. It's what the photo represents. Proof that you exist. Proof that you can be judged. Proof that someone, somewhere, might look at you and decide you're not enough. So let me ask you something. When did this start? Because it didn't start with Instagram. It started long before the internet ever knew your name. Maybe it was middle school. You posted a selfie. Nothing dramatic, just you smiling. And within an hour, someone screenshotted it, sent it to a group chat, laughed. Maybe they added a caption. Why does she look like that? Or, bro really thought he looked good. Or maybe it was smaller. A parent who said you looked better in certain lighting. A sibling who zoomed in on your face and pointed. A friend who cropped you out of a group photo before posting it. You didn't stop posting because you lacked confidence. You stopped because someone turned your face into a weapon. They taught you that visibility equals vulnerability, that being seen means being hurt. And your body remembered. So you didn't just stop posting photos, you started preparing for war every time you even thought about it. Here's what no one tells you. This isn't insecurity, it's anticipatory shame. You're not afraid of what people will say, you're afraid of what you'll imagine them saying before you even press post. You've already written the script. You've already heard the laughter. You've already seen yourself through their eyes, and you look pathetic. Your brain magnifies every flaw. It turns a simple selfie into a stadium screen where every imperfection is projected in brutal clarity. Your smile is crooked. Your skin isn't smooth. Your eyes look tired.
And then you feel relief, because at least now they can't hurt you. At least now you're safe. But you don't just hide from the internet. You hide from everyone. You let other people post group photos. As long as you're not in them, you use cartoon avatars, landscape shots, pets, anything that isn't your face. You post quotes about self-love while refusing to show yourself. You untag yourself from photos your friends upload. You ask them, quietly, desperately, to take down anything where you're visible. And when someone asks why you never post yourself, you laugh it off. You say you're private. You say social media isn't your thing. But the truth, you care so much, it's destroying you. You've built an entire identity around not being seen. You exist in every space, except as yourself. You're there, but not really. Present, but invisible. Participating, but only from the shadows. And the worst part? No one notices. Because you've gotten so good at hiding that even the people who love you don't realize you're terrified. They think you're confident. They think you're above it all. They don't know that every time they post a photo of themselves, you feel a pang of envy so sharp it makes you want to disappear. There are people you loved who would have no proof you were ever in their life if their memory failed tomorrow. You made sure of that. And here's what no one talks about. You didn't just lose photos, you lost moments. Birthdays, graduations, trips, nights out with friends. Entire years of your life exist without any proof you were ever there. You have memories without faces, stories without pictures, relationships that vanished because you refused to let them be real enough to document. Because deep down, you knew If you never posted them, you'd never have to explain why they ended. If there's no photo, there's no evidence. And if there's no evidence, maybe it never mattered in the first place. So you became a ghost in your own life. You existed in moments you refused to capture. You loved people you refused to show. You lived experiences you erased before anyone could see them. And now? Now you look back and realize you have nothing. No timeline.
No archive, no proof that any of it was real. Just a blank profile and the crushing weight of all the years you spend hiding. But here's the part that will destroy you. You're not hiding from judgment. You're hiding from permanence. Because a photo makes you real. It freezes you in time. It commits you to an identity you might regret tomorrow. What if you post yourself smiling and next week you're depressed? What if you post yourself confident and next month you're broken? What if you claim a version of yourself that you can't maintain? So you stay fluid, shapeless, temporary. You never commit to any identity because someone might screenshot the moment you fail to live up to it. Every version of you becomes disposable. You shed identities like skin because you're terrified of being held accountable to any single one. And the cruelest irony? You think you're protecting yourself, but all you're doing is making sure no one ever knows you. And maybe that's the point, because being unknown is easier than being misunderstood. Being invisible is safer than being seen incorrectly. Being nothing is less painful than being something someone can laugh at. So you choose erasure. You choose the void. You choose a life where no one can hurt you because no one can find you. But here's what you don't realize. They're not looking for you anymore. They stopped years ago. The people who would have hurt you have moved on. They've forgotten your name. They've forgotten that moment. They've forgotten you even existed. But you haven't. You're still hiding from ghosts, still running from a threat that's long gone. Still deleting photos to protect yourself from people who aren't even watching. You've imprisoned yourself in a moment that everyone else has already left. And the saddest part? You know this. You know you're hiding from nothing. You know the danger has passed, but knowing doesn't change anything, because the fear isn't in your head anymore. It's in your bones. It's in the way your hands shake when you open the camera app. It's in the nausea that floods your stomach when someone tags you. It's in the immediate visceral panic that screams, delete, 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 before your rational mind even gets a chance to speak. You can't logic your way out of a wound this deep.
Here's what you need to hear. The people who hurt you weren't the internet. They were the ones who made you believe that being seen was the same thing as being destroyed. They taught you that your face was something to apologize for, that your existence required permission, that visibility was a risk you couldn't afford to take. And you believed them. You've spent years hiding from a moment that already happened. You've built walls around a wound that never healed. But here's the truth you're not ready for. Maybe you're not scared of the internet. Maybe you're not even scared of being judged. Maybe you're scared of seeing yourself, of confronting the version of you that exists when no one's watching, of realizing that the person you've been hiding isn't someone the world rejected. It's someone you rejected. And now you're trapped because you can't show a face you've never learned to look at. You can't be seen by others when you refuse to be seen by yourself. And you haven't looked in a long time. Now tell me, when did you stop posting yourself? And who taught you to disappear?